Not good. Don't get a break.
What is it this time?
Don't close the police.
Oh, wait. Astrogator, can you explain to me what I'm hearing right now?
This is a recording from the rover. The Alliance has apparently broken the encryption of our radio channel.
Oh, bollocks. So what do we do?
We need to change the frequency and encryption key.
What's the point? As soon as you give me a new channel, they will overhear us and change it as well.
Just look at the probe's brain.
Luna? What's with...
All you have to do is watch it closely. I'm switching now. Waiting for you to join.
Oh, I see. The new frequency is... Okay, the channel is active. Now the encryption key. The first 3 digits of the cipher are... The next is...
Угу. Це, до речі, оце прикольно теж.
Ясna?
I'm here.
Well done. That should buy us some time.
So, how should we continue?
Don't you need more time to rest?
I do. But there's no way I'm going to sleep now. Besides, nothing's stopping me anymore. The storm has subsided.
All right. Let's not risk
Тоді
evacuating
погнали.
directly from the city. Should be safer outside its perimeter. I took the liberty of looking through the photos of the nearby area. Everything north and east of your location looks relatively safe. All you have to do is move away from this cluster of metal.
So, should I go back to the ship?
That's an odd question. Of course you should come back. Now even more than ever. Very concerned for your safety, Doctor.
No need to be. I'm fine.
Місто? Яке місто? Це... А. Все. Місто, мабуть, ага.
Astrogator, I think I've gone far enough. There is a vast open area in front of me. The city is no longer visible. We need to decide what to do next. Dragonfly, over. Are you there?
Yes, please excuse me. I was in the infirmary. Is the coast clear?
Yep, all clear.
Good. Give me a moment. I'm looking at the satellite images.
Have you checked on Koval, by any chance?
Yes, among other things.
And? How is he?
He's stable.
But?
There are no buts, Doctor. You'll see him soon. All right, I've got it. Sector AZ-25... Let's say AZ-2504. Please check if it's fit to land.
Like I said, it looks good. Clear opening, flat terrain.
Excellent. Please go there while I prepare the lander. I'll just pack Artie inside.
So that's it. You're taking me to the Dragonfly. We're flying away from here for good.
We have no other choice, Doctor. At this stage of the mission, we can only minimize losses. You understand that, don't you? Yasna?
Are you sure that's all we can do? Couldn't we?
Don't you even think about it.
About what? You didn't let me finish, sir.
But I know what might be on your mind. Going back for Gorski's body, contacting the Alliance, or continuing research on your own. These are not possibilities. They're certain death. Please remember, we have just one lander left. As a commander, I must first ensure your safe return. Only then I'll send Artie with other
Ну, він правий. Він правий, але ж так цікаво. Ну, взагалі, ладно, подивимося, куди мене потягне. Дорога приключень. Так. Блін, він такий маленький, такий прикольний. О! Така бусинка. Погнали. Доїхати буде не проблема. Я сподіваюся, що я кудись в якусь прірву, не впаду. Не буде ніякої погоні за мною. Вже не хочеться. Хочеться, щоб я спокійно просто покатався на цьому маленькому жовтому. Як його назвати? Уміншительно-ласкательно. Ну, явно не машинка, а, не знаю, шлях до бази Союзу.
Whilst traversing this planet, I'm becoming more and more convinced that what I know is not the same as what exists. What can exist.
Maybe it's an interesting thought, and quite disturbing.
Та ну, звісно ж, цікаво, що тут буде.
I won't need the lander, астробіолог.
What do you mean?
You know very well what I mean, sir. I'm not coming back.
Yasna, this is sheer madness. You're heading straight to the enemy base.
This is the only way I can find out what's going on
Мені
here.
рілі цікаво.
What happened to our people?
Потім пройду якось
I
інакше.
have several hours of travel ahead of me.
You can still turn back.
No. And if you try to convince me otherwise, I'll just turn the radio off.
Fine. I'll stop insisting. Please just understand the position you put me in. As a commander, now I have to decide whether to risk detection by the Alliance. Because by putting yourself in their hands, you're risking not only your own life, but also the rest of the crew's.
I totally understand. Can't you wait a few more hours? I still need your support, sir.
Yeah. And I still want to be here to help you. Please don't turn off your radio. I'm not going anywhere. They're approaching their coordinates. Yasna,
Yes?
I understand that no matter what I say, it won't change your mind. But please be careful. First, observe them from a distance, and only then take action.
I will be cautious. Like always. Just because I'm acting against your orders doesn't mean I intend to be foolish, sir.
It's comforting in its own way that even in an act of insubordination, you want to remain professional. I'll let you know when you cross their perimeter. Once you've crossed, hide the rover. Behind a bend or under a ledge. Telemetry observation will be vital. Once we know the camp's weaponry situation, we'll decide what to do next.
Copy that.
Угу. Просто він все ж таки згоден.
Hey! What was that?
I've set up a warning signal. Now you're near enough that they can see the rover.
І що? Сховок. Ага. Мені здається, що треба сховатися. Можливо.
Okay, the rover's hidden.
You've yet to find a convenient hideout for yourself, from where you can see their base.
Так. Як? І куди?
Some object is flying over their base.
Can you tell me more?
It's 15, 20 meters high. It has an upright silhouette, and it looks like a balloon.
It could be a balloon.
And that doesn't surprise you?
Not everything that flies needs jet engines. What markings does it have?
RB1. What does it mean?
It's an ID number. Denotes an advanced scout balloon. How far from you is it?
Around 400.
Not as far as I would like it to be. Might have you within camera range.
Я все правильно зробив? Так, ну
It's a
подивимось.
field base. Multi-module. For about several dozen people. Rather well equipped. There's lots of transporters here.
I'm not surprised. Missions with a large crew, transport modules were an integral part of the field camp.
Remind me, how many crew members were they supposed to send on the Invincible?
Over 100.
Great.
Ого. Так, тут щось було.
They have a second antimat. As if the first one wasn't enough.
Is it active?
Probably not, but Proton alone knows.
What about people? Can you see anyone?
Not yet. Maybe they're hiding in modules.
Most of them for sure, but I'd be surprised if they didn't assign anyone to guard duty.
I see someone.
Just one?
For now, yes.
Це бляха робот, я впевнений.
Is that all?
I think so.
Then please keep going. You can assume that their equipment has already detected your presence. Or it will soon enough. There's no point in further postponing the inevitable.
Still, I'm glad that I stopped. I feel better knowing that there's no heavily armed military waiting for me there.
Me too, Doctor. Me too.
Я думаю, що можна поїхати так. Було б тупо, типа, йти ще пішки. Мені здається, що там лише роботи залишилось і все. Так, тепер головне якось не перевернутися. Угу. Так, це що, бляха? Це що таке?
We'll most likely lose contact soon. So let me be clear. Your situation is highly precarious. You cannot trust the Alliance or expect them to be willing to help. If things don't go our way, I'll do everything in my power to negotiate your safe return to the Commonwealth. Worst case scenario, we'll opt for a prisoner exchange. Until then, please cooperate with them. And during the interrogation, don't resist. Astrobiologists generally do not possess information that's sensitive to the Commonwealth. At worst, you'll give away the details of our last mission. Of course, it'd be better if that didn't happen.
Astrogator, I believe in the face of a common threat, we'll find a common language. And we can simply cooperate, pushing political animosities aside.
I hope you're right, Doctor.
Така, блядь,
But
наївна,
if
просто
disregard
пиздець.
decades of mutual enmity, you must keep in mind human nature. Homo homini lupus. Just because you want to talk to them doesn't mean they'll listen. I'd rather expect they'll be asking the questions and you'll be answering them.
Дивовижно.
How odd.
What?
There's no one here.
Угу.
Nobody.
Impossible. Even if there aren't many of them in the camp, someone would have noticed you.
I'm not blind, sir. There's really no one here.
Don't get out yet.
Так,
Could be some kind of trick.
можливо, але для мене одне
Not
це
a
якось
living
дивно.
soul.
Better for your safety if they make the first move. If you really don't see anyone. All right then. Enter the base. Just slowly, with your hands up.
Ладно, ладно, зараз вийду. подивимося, що тут є взагалі.
I'm going. What have I got to lose anyway?
Your life, Doctor.
Мeh. А от і силует людини.
The silhouette I saw.
Yes?
It's just a robot.
Ну, він такий же, майже такий самий, як наш, але більш брутальний, що ли. Так, це ровер. А ну подивимось, що тут є. Можна? Не можна. Ага. Ну мені прям цікаво, можна сюди зайти чи ні. Скоріше за все, ні. І залізти теж ні. Так, які колеса, ух. О, отак у нього заходити. Класно. Ну, я, мабуть, не можу. Угу. Блін, мабуть, мені можна кататися лише на цій штуці.
I have a feeling we're in the dark.
Та погодь, я
We
дивлюся
have to
все.
find a way.
Та тіше ти там.
You should move on.
That's not quite what I meant. But yeah, I probably should.
Щось тут поламалось, щось тут не відчиняється. Ой, ладно. Я вже бачу, що треба йти кудись туди. Так, стоп. Ні, наче всі на місці стоять. Мені просто здається, що він постійно за мною слідкує. Блін, може вони тут вже давно? Ну... Фух. Дурацька штука. Так, я думаю, що мені, мабуть, треба йти сюди. Да, тут відкрито. І через оце все туди аж.
I'm going in.
А де тут руль? А ось він. Угу. Дякую.
Clear. For now,
Класненько.
I can't hear anyone either.
І тут теж щось. Так. Мєрва. Смерть сонця. Виправлення статті. Редакторові X відповідальному за скандальну статтю, що поплюже має моє добре ім'я і применшує мої наукові досягнення. Люб'язно прошу внести виправлення до опублікованої цьогоріч статті «Смерть сонця. Прогнози вченого» на сторінках 9 і 10 5-го номеру наукового періодичного видання «Юний астрофізик». Стаття містить не тільки фундаментальні помилки наукового характеру, а й хибне цитування моїх гіпотез, висловлених на минулому конгресі. Та даю виправлення. Бляха, що так довго читати? Мені так впадло. Спираючись на свої, нагадую, що, хоча, можливо, це якось для сюжету важливо, що автора звати доктор Бовза, не Бавза, дослідження, здійснене під час космічних подорожей, я визнаю, що час згорання гідрогену в зірках залежить від їхньої маси, але цей феномен стосується всіх зірок, і наше, як би нам не хотілося зачаклувати закони фізики, не перебуває, і ніщо не вказано на те, що перебуватиме поза зоною дії цього феномена. Тоді, в чому полягає моя гіпотеза? У майбутньому все водне паливо в ядрі Сонця вигорить, сфера водного синтезу розширюватиметься, доки температура не впаде нижче за 10 мільйонів градусів за Фаренгейтом. Саме ядро стиснеться. попіл від водневого вогню правитиме за паливо для другого раунду термоядерної реакції. Це продовжить життя стрічого Сонця ще на кілька сотень мільйонів років. Однак немає сумнівів, що з жовтого карліка Сонце перетвориться на червоного гіганта. Гравітаційне тяжіння до Венери та Землі ослабне. Таким чином, згадані небесні тіла видаляться від зірки і в певному сенсі врятуються, але потужне червоне сонце зможе перед смертю поглотити Меркурій. Спираючись на своє дослідження, я гарантую, що моє ствердження про Сонце як про зірку головної послідовності з тривалістю життя в 10 мільярдів років, воно почало своє існування 5 мільярдів років тому і сятиме ще 5 мільярдів, правдиве. Однак це не є, як стверджує редактор X, загроза, заснована на нестійких гіпотезах, несенітниця і нездійсненна мрія Ласого до слави доктора астрофізичних наук, що підважує емоційну добробут людства. Швидкоплинність – це процес, який зачіпає кожну річ і кожну істоту в всесвіті. Не оминає вона і загублених в ауру популярності успіху своїх невигаданих текстів редакторів наукової періодитики. З повагою доктор Бовза. По скриптам. Відсутність передроку з виправленнями і вибаченнями змусить мене звернутися до суду, щоб захистити науку та власну особу. Фух. Я, якщо що, треную українську, так от читаючи. Теж, вибачте, що вам довелося це пережити, таке життя. Блін, я не розумію, куди мені йти. Давайте спробуємо спочатку сюди кудись. Що тут у нас? Блядь, знов якийсь документ. Мені здається, що я звідси прийшов. Ні. Так, і що тут в нас? Документ тут був. Чорна дира, підсумок щоквартального дослідження. Емпіричне дослідження і симуляція проведення за останній квартал привели нашу команду до наступних висновків. Будь-який тип матерії може стати чорною дирою. Чорна дира може захоплювати світло, використовуючи силу гравітації. Ми підтримуємо тезу, що існування такого об'єкта, як чорна дира, є наслідком загальної теорії відносності. Чорна дира може поглинати зірки навіть завбільшки з Сонця. Поглинання зірки, або іншими словами, анігіляція зірки, супроводжується спалахом матерії, що виривається всередину чорної дири. А це якось, що з нею там? З неї нічого не вивергається. Окей, ладно. Ділянка посиленої перевірки протягом найближчих років предметом нашого посиленого дослідження стане сингулярність, маленька точка велетенської маси, присутня всередині кожної чорної дири. На думку нашої команди, це місце, де порушуються всі закони фізики. Ну, окей, це таке є.
When you admire a beautiful view, an hour seems like a minute. But a minute on a hot stove will seem longer than an hour.
Does Regis III feel like a hot stove?
Sometimes. Moving on. It's still quiet. It's eerie.
Окей, значить мені не сюди. Ну, здебільшого я більше нічого не бачу. Там був ще один прохід ще.
Empty. Everywhere, just. I'm at the central module. In the headquarters.
Walked in, just like that.
Yeah. The doors were open.
Прикольно, да?
Unbelievable, just unbelievable.
Так. Добре, але мені цікаво, що тут ще.
I'm entering the next module. I guess it's a biolab.
Ясно. Поки що Тут все. Подивимось, що тут є. Тут що?
I'm at the control station. Several units can be controlled from here. I wonder which. Ah, damn. One's unavailable.
Probably out of reach, or they took it.
I got the feed. But I can't get it to move. It's got a weak signal. Must be too far away.
Дивовижно.
One is a flying unit. Some sort of probe.
Flying over the base.
Correct.
Can you extract data from it?
Sure. Never too much data. Especially in the current situation. I just need to find a place to land it.
Угу. Десь тут його посадимо.
I landed the probe. Gonna check it in a spare moment.
Окей, я зрозумів. Відходимо. Ми зонд. Та опа. Це що в
They've got
нас?
a device for intercepting alarm signals. There isn't much of it. Single record. Poor guy. He's dead. Waited help for over a day. Critically low blood saturation. He died of hypoxia. At the time of his death, he was...
Yasna, is it necessary? This information will no longer
So I
help
near the
anyone.
city. 18561.
754. Yes. Skorsky. I'm sorry.
You lied to me. You lied how he died.
I knew you would blame yourself.
Well, of course I do. I could have saved him. Left him that fucking tank. Why didn't you let me?
I made the right decision, Yasna. Given the circumstances and our knowledge at the time, there was a high risk your sacrifice would kill you both.
I know that. I know. I'm sorry.
You have every right to be angry.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't see the point. It won't bring Gorski back to life. Will it? I have a record of their mission. Each step, location, units, including dates.
I'm all ears.
Day 0, landing place. Their main ship's in sector AQ-28.
The Invincible? What? They didn't move it?
Seems so.
I'll try to track it down. Please tell me what else is in there.
Like us, they became interested in the ocean. They got there on the 7th day.
Quite late.
Guess they weren't in a hurry. Before setting up this base, they were stationed not far from here, but seemed very determined to reach this area. They dug a vast system of tunnels.
When did they finally get here?
On the 15th day of the mission. They conducted research and during excavations found, you won't guess, metal structures.
So we had no chance to outrun them.
Yeah. And they were already at an advanced stage of works when we were still in orbit. In the end, they sent a convoy to a neighboring sector.
So that was their last move.
Well, there's no information about their return. Maybe I'll find them there.
Highly probable. Do you know what the current day of their mission is?
They left on the 25th day. That's all I know. Well, I can't back out now. I have to follow them.
Well, it's your decision. Although I admit I'm also starting to wonder what you'll find.
People, Astrogator. They must be somewhere.
I'm sending a satellite. Soon I'll have an image of the area where the ship landed. We'll see if the Invincible's still there.
I'll continue to search their base. On the 24th day, they sent a convoy north to the sector. Oh, to the sector where I found Gorski.
You suspect they went after him, having detected his signal?
Oh, surely they could detect him. They could have detected all of us. But would they really do something about it?
Well, for some reason they left their base. I'm assuming that has something to do with it.
Astrogator, this doesn't make any sense. You can't just wrap up the whole operation. Anyway, the first thing they would take were vehicles and equipment. Only the people are missing here.
Так, ну картиночки люблю розглядати. Все? Тю. Я ще разочок хочу. Ну і все. Все то все. Так. Я прийшов. Звідси я прийшов. Так. Ну, наче так. А, господи, мені ще там йти. Там ще модулі, як гівна. Так, а ну подивимося, що тут.
I heard that the difference between past, present, and future is nothing but a persistent illusion.
That's a quote, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure why it came to mind.
А я послухав. Я типу просто щось завтикав і не подивився, що вона там сказала. Ех. Я, бляха, не розумію, я тут заходив чи ні? Ага, ну да, я тут заходив. Стоп, я запутався, що по колу, блядь, ходжу. Так, отут я був. Це я бачив. Я пройшов сюди. Отут. Окей, давай подивимось. І що?
Ясна, focus. What now?
Типа... Що-то треба жмакнути? Пропустимо. Угу. А це що?
Force field's down. I opened the passage. We can follow the convoy route now.
When you're ready, Doctor.
А.
One more minute, and our satellite will be over their ship.
Я не хочу йти за конвоєм, я хочу
Oh, lucky. Clouds are low.
ще кудись, наприклад, от сюди. Де тут біолабораторія була.
Fortunately, their ship's not here.
Отут.
They had the opportunity to study organisms preserved in the ocean. Wow. They found the same species of fish.
Did they confirm the similarity to those on Earth?
Yes, lots of similarities. Apart from one, I've never seen anything like this. They discovered a new organ. Even managed to run some tests already. According to their conclusions,
Yes?
it detects electromagnetic waves. That's why those fish were swimming away from our probe.
In other words, they've come across probes or something similar before. Something that threatens
Блядь,
them.
це реально планета
Yes,
роботів?
sir. In order to develop such an organ, they must have had a strong external stimulus. They detect the waves to survive.
Походу так і є. Нарізана риба. Сашимі. Що тут ще? А ну-ка.
It started rotting.
It?
The fish.
In a bacteria-free environment? How so?
All living organisms serve as breeding grounds for bacteria. And there were both fish and humans in here.
Взагалі так, без бактерій, як риби будуть гніть.
No longer alive.
Окей, на що її взяв?
The scientists excavated some animal remains and reconstructed their hypothetical appearance. I found similar remains underground, right after finding Gulski. I wasn't sure if it was my imagination or not. Now there's no doubt.
Це шкурка.
So long ago, reptilian organisms roamed the surface of Regis III. I could spend all day here if I could.
I'm not surprised, Doctor.
Ну, а тут тепер відкрилася двері. Якщо дійду до кінця, то, мабуть, всі відкриються. Чи є тут ще щось? Мабуть, ні. Все, це вихід.
Still,
Ні.
nothing. It looks like a geology lab.
Угу. Камушки якісь.
One of these diagrams shows a geological cross-section. As suspected, it's all metal below the surface, of relatively thin layers of rock. But compared to the rest of the continent, the deposits in this region are significantly younger. The range of their ground measurements covers a much wider area. To my eye, it seems they use advanced sonar. What they dug up here stretches for tens of kilometers.
What do you mean? What's in the ground, Doctor?
Metal deposits. Those structures. We still don't know where they came from.
Та це рослини.
Peculiar form.
Роборослини. Мені здається.
Unbelievable. Not only do we know nothing about their origin, but the arrangement of these deposits is sort of puzzling. A ring system with a distinct center. The center of it is in under the city. Huh. The one I escape from?
So their presence there had nothing to do with us.
Looks like it.
Did they determine the entity's function, origin, anything?
Well, it's hard to say. There's nothing here about it. This base stands on the outer ring. They conducted a soil survey 500 meters deep.
Oh, that's a big piece of history, so to speak. What did they find?
Millions of years ago, life was abundant on the planet.
That would match our assumptions.
Yeah. Sub-Delta 92 class planets have very favorable conditions for the development of a biosphere.
So what happened? Did they draw any conclusions?
According to them, the extinction of life was caused by a supernova explosion.
The ground activity does not indicate...
It happened long ago. Longer than we anticipated. They've dated this event to 10 million years ago.
Only this one? The supposed end of Lyran's civilization.
Well, that's never been proven. There was practically no trace of them.
All right. What happened after?
Life was slowly recovering, but never returned to the pre-supernova peak.
Not enough time?
No. At first it developed quickly, but then slowed down and declined.
Because another disaster?
Astrogator, the change in the biosphere development curve coincides with the occurrence of ferruginous clays.
This whole metal contraption, do I understand correctly?
Yes. I don't know what that has to do with it, though. Metals are really not that dangerous. The radioactive deposits marked here are not a definitive obstacle for life either. The biosphere has the ability to perfectly adapt, develop defense mechanisms, and fight back effectively.
Well, unless the planet is hit by a supernova wave.
Yes. Such sudden events leave no time for adaptation. Even if we assume that these metals were lethal to organic life, that extinction shouldn't last forever. And yet, life never again developed beyond the waters.
Does this mean another dominator has appeared on the land? Or one that leaves no trace behind?
Therein lies the rub. The Alliance have conducted a great deal of research. That they haven't found a logical explanation for this phenomenon is, to put it mildly, disturbing. Clearly, we're dealing with something beyond our comprehension. And I mean human comprehension in general.
Це було досить цікаво. Експозиція. Що тут ще є? Мабуть, все. Так, тут я був. І Це вихід. І це вихід. Ну, мені здається, що я все обіскав. Обшукав, вибачте. Ну да, тут більше нічого нема. Що ж. Да, тут було все зачинено. Тепер наче все відчинено. Так, тепер я хочу ще... Я там же посадив... Це його, куди його посадив? Вот він. Подивимося.
First images from this area. If it's been flying long enough, it may store important information. It photographed the moment of my arrival. I'm on the slides.
We already know that. Is there something else?
No, the base is empty. The probe must have just started recording. Okay, finished. There wasn't much of it, really.